In this experiment, I'll be comparing the open and closed stance movement patterns on the volley to see which is faster, at least for me. As an aside, if you'd like to learn how to move efficiently on court, check out my video series, Footwork and Movement, on thepursuitofsquash.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. This summer, the main thing I'm working on in my game is movement. That being said, I thought it would be fun to test out some of the movement patterns I've been working on to see which are the fastest, which are the most efficient, and which put you in the best position to hit accurately. Spending even a few weeks practicing different movement patterns can very quickly raise your level of play. Now, to compare the open and closed stance movement, I want to take into account the full motion of leaving the tee, hitting the ball, and getting back to the tee. It's one thing if you can get to the ball quickly, but if you can't get back into a good position before your opponent makes their next shot, you're done for. I started timing from the instant I dropped from my toes into the split step, and I stopped timing once I had both of my feet back at the tee on the green X's I left on the floor. Now let's take a look at the results. On the forehand side for the open stance, my fastest time was 1.78 seconds, and on average it was 1.86 seconds. For the closed stance, my best time was 1.85 seconds with an average of 2.01 seconds. Let's compare those side by side. If you watch carefully, you can see that I actually plant my foot for the shot a fraction of the second faster in the closed stance, but because I'm pushing off my dominant leg in the open stance, I can get back to the tee slightly faster. On the backhand side, for the open stance, my fastest time was 1.8 seconds with an average of 1.9. For the closed stance, my best time was also 1.8 seconds with an average of 1.9. On the backhand side, I had the advantage in the closed stance of pushing off my dominant leg to get back to the tee. If my legs were equally developed, the open stance would be quicker on the backhand side. Now before you start volleying open stance for every shot, let's look at the pros and cons for each position. In a closed stance, it's easier to generate power and your body position encourages a more accurate shot. You do, however, give up the tee in a couple strides and it may be marginally slower. In an open stance, you have more mobility, you can stay closer to the tee, and it's generally acknowledged as being more efficient over the long run. The downsides are that especially on the backhand it is harder to generate power and be accurate in your shot. Anyway, that's all for this time. You can help out my channel by giving this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to be notified for the follow-up to this experiment. Also, check out the description below if you're interested in any of the gear seen here in this video.